This video chart presentation of Car Charging Group brought to you by allpennystocks.com with technical analysis by Andy from Understanding Pincher Plays. Car Charging Group is a NASDAQ bulletin board stock trading under ticker CCGI. A quick look at these charts shows you one, this hasn't been trading that long. Back in March it really kind of started getting going. Nice climb from April around 51 cents up to $1.50 in August. It's a great climb. Been on a slide, a little bit of a slide since then, holding a pretty solid support level. Right at 80 cents was a support level through here, and you can see for the last 4 or 5 days it's holding that level as well. Based on that downtrend since August, we're going to see a lot of these indicators are trending down. But what we're going to look for is possibilities of reversal. If you take a look at this histogram, you can see it is starting to trend back towards zero right now. It tells you that the signal line is being approached, getting closer and closer. So we're going to look for this to start try and roll this direction, have the signal line be crossed, and have it head back towards the zero and try and break through this downtrend line that it's in. Same way with the PPO. See a little bit of an uptrend going on with the histogram. ADX is down very low, under 20 at 18.5. What this means is that this is in a trading pattern. There's not a true trend or any strength to the trend. The definition of the ADX is that the trend gains strength when it breaks through 30. A lot of people use the break of 20 as an initial concept that the trend is gaining speed, which is definitely true if it's coming from the lower side. So what we're going to look for this to do is continue moving this direction, and hopefully with the idea of it holding this support levels, we'll see this positive DI begin to move to the north side, this negative DI continue its way down, and as the positive DI moves up, we'll see some strength being added to it with this black line, the ADX, and we'll want to see a break of 20 and ultimately a break of 30. To show some strength to the direction. The money flows are actually in a very nice position. You see this 14 is starting to roll its way off the bottom right now. 21 is a little bit lagging, of course. It's the longest of these three indicators based on the previous 21 days. And it looks like it's trying to start to slow itself down. Of course, it naturally should. If the 14 is rolling, 21 will catch up to that and start to turn itself. So we're going to look for this 14 to break through. Keep all three of these kind of positioned together, and what should happen is when this 14 comes up and breaks through that 21, at that point 21 ought to be starting to curl. So the MFIs are in a nice position. Seen a nice overall uptrend to the accumulation distribution. We are seeing a bit of a wedge going on right now. What you want to see is this get broken. You want to see it make a new higher high. Kind of the same way with the taking money flow. A little bit of a wedge going on right now. Holding in the green, though, is good. That means there's more buying pressure than selling pressure. It's based, of course, on the accumulation distribution, but it's weighted a little bit differently. So you want to see what this is kind of the same thing. You want to see this green line stay over zero and go through and make a new higher high. You want to see it break through that trend line. But again, taking money flow is showing that there's still positive money coming into this stock. CCI, this is a bottom feeders play right through here. You want to see it break through negative 100. That's an initial buy point for people that like to play bottoms. So this is what we're going to look for that to continue and ultimately make its way up. The true definition of the CCI is the buy point is at 100. So we're going to look for this to try and continue to make its way that way. But bottom feeders like to grab onto it right as it's coming out of negative 100 and the sell comes in where it breaks back down underneath it. So this is in a good position as well. Full stow is riding right along the bottom and appears to be trying to make a curl and make its way out. It can trend below 20 for a long time, which is considered oversold. Right now, you want to see this make a break and make its way back up through it. Again, momentum traders, your first goal on this is to break a 20. Your second goal is to break a 50. You want to see it get through this downtrend that it has going on. What we're looking for ultimately is for this to make its way up through here and get through this definite downtrend that it's been in. So we're going to look for that break of 20 and a push towards 50. The tricks is just riding right along zero for months now. That's a very neutral position. We use the tricks for long-term reversals and strength. So being in this position, we're not going to get a whole lot of read from it, but it's neither good nor bad. It's very neutral, just riding right along zero right there. The RSIs are in a nice position to try and make a reversal. You can see everything is drawing strength on this support and trying to reverse. So you got the 14 and 21 and a little bit of a downtrend right now, but the 7 coming up through it will help try and drive them back to the north side. So what we're going to look for is that 7 to break through the 14 and the 21. And try and get them ultimately to both pop through 50 that's where you want to be. Charts that are strong are trading over 50 RSI. As I said, this is getting up some pretty good support through here. We can look for true bottom support down at 71, but we're not going to look for that right now. We want to see this hold 80. And what we want to see it do is get through this resistance at 90. You can see it's pretty strong right through here. So we want to see it move back above it. And it's important that it moves back above that because there's the 200-day moving average and there's the 50-day moving average. Charts that are very strong are trading above both of them. It's very bullish charts. And right now it's just slipped slightly below them. So we want to see this put some buying pressure back to it and move back above both the 200-day and the 50-day. You can see very low volume, 11,500 shares traded, which is about average, so it's a very thinly traded stock. It's good that it's holding support and getting some buying pressure to hold that support level. Holding this support level with some volume is important because it shows people are seeing it as a buying opportunity, and that's where the volume is coming from. But what we really want to see again is get back over these moving averages. After 90, I'd look for kind of this classic level. You know, so $1 is always a psychological barrier. And you can see it was resistance back here, $1, $1.01, $1.05. So let's look for it to come up here and then challenge this $1 area. Ultimately, we're going to look for this $1.10, which was an old historic high. And we're going to look for this $1.24. We're going to want to see that fall and set a new higher high for a more recent time frame as well. Now, again, that's a long ways away. It's over 50% move, or right around a 50% move. And we're not looking for those kind of things to happen tomorrow. You do it in steps. You look for a volume to stay consistent. You want to take out the 90 cents, get up here and challenge the $1, move above the moving averages, show good support always at this level, and then continue to trend to the north side, and then go up here and take on this $1.24. So you don't necessarily look at it as we want to see this happen tomorrow. If it made a big move, that's great, but we want to see this be continuous and methodical in its climb. As always, this annotated video chart is merely my interpretation. I am not a financial consultant and strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence and consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure. To begin learning technical analysis while on the All Penny Stocks website, please click on the featured link to Understanding Pincher Plays and you'll be on your way. Thank you and trade smart.